Physical activity after 60 years, the key to longevity and an energetic life. My name is William. When I was a student at the Pritzker School of Medicine at the University of Chicago, I learned the most important aspects for a happy old age. I hope some of you will find these simple yet effective tips helpful. As we age, our body undergoes natural changes. Muscle mass decreases, flexibility declines, metabolism slows down, and bones become more fragile. However, this does not mean that after the age of 60, one should give up physical activity. On the contrary, proper exercise and movement help maintain health, energy, and quality of life for many years. Let's explore why movement is so important and how to properly organize your activity. Why is physical activity important after 60 years of age? Regular physical activity has a significant impact on a person's health in adulthood. Here are the main reasons why movement is essential. Preserving muscle mass. After the age of 50, natural muscle loss, known as sarcopenia, begins, leading to weakness and reduced mobility. Regular exercise helps maintain strength and endurance, maintaining flexibility and coordination. With age, joints become less mobile, and the risk of falls increases. Regular stretching and balance training help prevent injuries. Cardiovascular health. Regular physical activity improves heart function, reduces the risk of hypertension, and lowers the chances of heart attack and stroke. Strengthening bones. Osteoporosis is a common issue, especially after the age of 60. However, regular and proper physical exercises can slow down bone loss and reduce the risk of fractures. Weight control. As we age, metabolism slows down, and excess weight is gained more easily. Physical activity helps maintain a healthy weight, improving brain function. Studies show that active individuals are less likely to suffer from dementia and Alzheimer's disease, fighting stress and depression. Physical activity promotes the production of endorphins, the happiness hormones, which help cope with anxiety and improve mood. What types of activities are suitable for people over 60 years old? It is important to choose exercises based on one's health condition and physical abilities. Here are the most suitable types of physical activity. Walking is a simple and accessible way to maintain physical activity. It does not require special equipment and is suitable for people of all ages. Regular walking improves health, strengthens the heart and blood vessels, and helps maintain a good mood. Walking is the simplest and safest form of physical activity. It improves blood circulation, strengthens the heart muscle, and helps reduce stress levels. The optimal load is from 30 to 60 minutes per day. You can vary the pace by adding Nordic walking with poles to increase the load on the upper body. If you have joint problems, you can try walking in water. This can be helpful for reducing stress on the joints and improving their mobility. Strength training exercises. Strength training helps maintain muscle mass and prevent the development of sarcopenia. The use of light dumbbells from 1, 2, 3 kilograms, resistance bands, and bodyweight exercises, squats, wall push-ups, and calf raises help improve balance and build strength. Training 2 to 3 times a week is enough to maintain tone. Third, yoga and stretching. Yoga helps improve flexibility, balance, and posture, as well as reduces stress levels. Yoga poses can be adapted according to the level of experience. Stretching helps prevent cramps and improves joint mobility. Fourth, swimming and aqua aerobics. Water exercises help reduce the strain on joints and the spine. An excellent choice for people with arthritis. Improves the functioning of the lungs and cardiovascular system. Fifth, bicycle and exercise equipment. Cycling or exercising on a stationary bike helps strengthen leg muscles, improve heart function, and enhance lung capacity. A great option for people who find it difficult to run or walk long distances. It is enough to spend 20 to 30 minutes 3 to 4 times a week. How to safely start exercising after 60 years. Before starting classes, it is important to consider several safety rules. It is recommended to consult a doctor, especially if you have chronic illnesses. Start gradually. Do not overload your body. Increase the load step by step. Monitor your well-being. Avoid overexertion, dizziness, or pain. Proper warm-up and cool down. Warming up before a workout and stretching after it help prevent injuries. Comfortable shoes and clothing. Shoes should support the foot and reduce stress on the joints. The fourth question, how much should one move? The World Health Organization, WHO, recommends adults over the age of 60, 150 to 300 minutes of moderate physical activity per week, e.g., walking, swimming, yoga. 75 to 150 minutes of intense activity per week, for example, brisk walking or strength training. At least 2 strength training sessions per week are required. Perform balance exercises 3 times a week to reduce the risk of falls. Fifth tip, how to make physical activity a habit. Find what brings you joy. You don't have to go to the gym. You can dance, walk your dog, or do gardening. Engage in activities with friends or family. This will boost your motivation and add a social element. Use reminders. Set them on your phone or write down workouts in your calendar so you don't forget them. Start small. Even 10 minutes a day is better than nothing. Track your progress. Keep an activity diary or use fitness trackers. Conclusion. Physical activity after the age of 60 is not just a way to stay in shape, but a crucial element of a healthy and fulfilling life. Regular exercise helps maintain muscles, strengthen bones, improve heart and brain function, and cope with stress. The key is to choose suitable activities, consider your physical abilities, and enjoy the movement. What type of activity is closest to you? Share your preferences in the comments. Proper nutrition after 60 years. How to maintain health and prolong youth. As we age, the body undergoes many changes. Metabolism slows down, the absorption of certain nutrients decreases, and hormonal processes change. All of this makes nutrition one of the key factors in maintaining health, energy, and longevity. After the age of 60, special attention should be paid to the quality of food, the balance of macro and micronutrients, as well as the eating schedule. Let's figure out which foods and habits will help maintain activity and strong health for many years. Why is proper nutrition so important after 60 years of age? With age, not only does metabolism change, but also the body's needs for nutrients. Here are a few reasons why a balanced diet becomes critically important. Supporting heart function. With age, the risk of cardiovascular diseases increases, so it is important to monitor cholesterol levels and blood pressure. Bone and joint health. A lack of calcium and vitamin D can lead to osteoporosis and increase the risk of fractures. Preserving muscle mass. After the age of 50, the process of sarcopenia, or loss of muscle mass, begins, which can be slowed down with proper nutrition. Brain support. A deficiency of omega-3 fatty acids, B vitamins, and antioxidants can lead to a decline in cognitive functions. Strengthening the immune system. A weakened immune system increases the risk of infections, so the diet should include foods rich in vitamins and minerals. Weight control. Due to a slowed metabolism, it becomes easier to gain extra pounds, which increases the strain on joints and the heart. Digestive system health. With age, intestinal peristalsis slows down, so it is important to consume enough fiber. The main principles of nutrition after 60 years. To maintain health, the diet should include all necessary elements in the right proportions. Here are the main principles of nutrition to follow. The focus is on natural products. Processed foods, fast food, and convenience foods contain high amounts of salt, sugar, unhealthy fats, and preservatives. They increase the risk of hypertension, diabetes, and cardiovascular diseases. Give preference to fresh vegetables and fruits, whole grain products, lean meat, and fish. Cook at home using minimal heat processing to preserve nutrients. 2. The balance of proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. Proteins are essential for maintaining muscle mass. The main sources of protein include fish, chicken, turkey, eggs, legumes, nuts, and low-fat cottage cheese. Fats are essential for the functioning of the brain and hormonal system. Healthy fats can be found in foods such as olive oil, avocados, nuts, and fatty fish. Carbohydrates should be complex, not simple. Replace white bread and sugar with whole grain cereals, vegetables, and fruits. Third, sufficient consumption of fiber. Fiber improves intestinal function and helps reduce blood sugar levels. Foods rich in fiber include vegetables, fruits, legumes, whole grains, and nuts. The recommended daily intake of fiber is at least 25 to 30 grams. Fourth, control of sugar and salt levels. Excessive sugar consumption can lead to diabetes, while too much salt can cause high blood pressure. Replace sugar with natural sweeteners like honey or stevia, and try to limit the consumption of confectionery products. Reduce the amount of salt by replacing it with spices and lemon juice. Fifth, sufficient water intake. With age, the sensation of thirst diminishes, increasing the risk of dehydration. The daily water intake norm ranges from 1.5 to 2 liters. Try to avoid consuming sugary carbonated drinks and alcohol. What foods are beneficial for people over 60 years old? Here is a list of foods that should definitely be included in your diet. Fish such as salmon, mackerel, and tuna are an excellent source of omega-3 fatty acids, which are beneficial for brain and heart health. Nuts and seeds such as almonds, walnuts, chia, and flax are sources of healthy fats and antioxidants. Green leafy vegetables such as spinach, cabbage, and broccoli are an excellent source of vitamins K and C, as well as magnesium. Berries such as blueberries, raspberries, and cranberries are powerful antioxidants that help improve memory. Whole grains such as oatmeal, brown rice, and quinoa are sources of slow carbohydrates that provide the body with energy. Legumes such as lentils, beans, and chickpeas are an excellent source of plant-based protein and fiber. Fermented dairy products such as kefir, yogurt, and cottage cheese help support digestion and strengthen bones. Sample daily menu. Breakfast, oatmeal with berries, nuts, and honey, plus green tea. Snack, cottage cheese with honey and walnuts. Lunch, baked fish, quinoa, and steamed vegetables. Afternoon snack, a handful of almonds and a fresh fruit. Dinner, vegetable omelet and whole grain bread. Before bed, warm kefir with a spoonful of flaxseed. Fifth question, how to incorporate proper nutrition into everyday life. Cook at home. It makes it easier to control the quality of the ingredients. Make a shopping list to avoid buying unhealthy products. Eat slowly. It helps the body absorb food better. Watch your portion sizes. Overeating slows down your metabolism. Use smaller dishes. It psychologically helps to eat less. Conclusion. Proper nutrition after the age of 60 is the key to health, longevity, and energy. It is important to choose natural products, avoid excess sugar and salt, drink enough water, and maintain a balance of nutrients. Even simple changes in diet can significantly improve well-being and prolong an active life. Which of the points seems most important to you? Share your thoughts in the comments. Mental health after 60. How to maintain a clear mind and emotional balance. As people age, they face not only physiological changes, but also psychological challenges. Retirement, changes in social circles, potential losses, and age-related cognitive decline can all affect mental health. However, just like physical fitness, psychological well-being can be maintained and even improved. Let's explore the factors that influence mental health after 60 and how to take care of oneself during this important stage of life. Why is it important to maintain mental health after 60 years of age? A healthy mind and emotional balance are essential for an active and happy life. Here are the key reasons why it is important to pay attention to mental health. Prevention of depression and anxiety. Age-related changes, decreased activity, and feelings of loneliness can contribute to the development of depressive states. Preserving cognitive abilities. Regular brain exercises reduce the risk of developing dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Improving quality of life. Psychological stability allows one to enjoy life despite age-related changes. Social adaptation. The ability to cope with emotions and stress helps maintain relationships with loved ones and feel needed. Physical health. Mental state is directly linked to the functioning of the immune, cardiovascular, and endocrine systems. The main threats to mental health after the age of 60. Aging brings with it many factors that can negatively affect a person's mental state. Here are the main ones. Loneliness and social isolation are two interrelated phenomena that can significantly affect a person's mental and physical health. After retirement, and due to the distance from children and friends, a person may feel unnecessary. Lack of communication leads to apathy and anxiety. Second, the loss of the meaning of life. Work, raising children. All of this used to give a sense of purpose. With age, as many familiar roles lose their relevance, a feeling of emptiness emerges. Third, stress and anxiety. Changes in health, financial issues, and fear of the future can lead to chronic anxiety and increased irritability. Age-related cognitive changes, decreased concentration, forgetfulness, and difficulties in remembering new information can cause fear and self-doubt. Fifth, depression. Chronic illnesses, the loss of loved ones, and feelings of loneliness can lead to depression, which negatively affects the entire body. How to maintain mental health after 60 years. To maintain psychological resilience, it is important to adopt healthy habits that help sustain mental clarity and emotional balance. Active social interaction plays an important role in everyone's life. It helps develop communication skills, strengthen relationships, and find support in difficult situations. Communicating with friends and family helps reduce stress levels. Volunteering and participating in hobby clubs help a person feel needed and useful. Mastering new social technologies, such as messengers and social networks, helps to stay connected with the world. Physical activity plays an important role in maintaining health and well-being. Regular exercise helps strengthen the body, improve mood, and boost energy levels. Exercise increases endorphin levels and improves mood. Yoga and meditation help to cope with anxiety. Regular walks in the fresh air improve brain function. Third, brain training. Reading books, solving crosswords, and learning new material help maintain cognitive abilities. Mastering new skills, such as playing musical instruments or learning languages, stimulates brain activity. Logical tasks, chess, and puzzles help improve memory. Fourth, healthy sleep. Maintaining a sleep schedule helps restore the nervous system. Avoiding the use of gadgets before sleep improves the quality of rest. Evening relaxation rituals, such as reading or breathing exercises, help you fall asleep faster. Fifth, rational nutrition. Foods rich in omega-3, such as fish and nuts, improve brain function. Antioxidants, such as berries and green vegetables, help protect brain cells from aging processes. Proper water intake helps prevent fatigue and headaches. Sixth, emotional control and stress management. The practice of gratitude helps to set a positive mindset. Breathing exercises help reduce anxiety. Keeping an emotion diary helps to better understand and sort out your feelings. On the seventh, seek support. Consulting with a psychologist can help cope with anxiety and loneliness. Support groups and communication with people experiencing similar situations help improve emotional well-being. Fourth, how to make caring for mental health a habit. Set new goals. They can be anything. Learning a language, pursuing a hobby, volunteering. Lead an active lifestyle. Movement improves not only physical, but also mental health. Do not be afraid to ask for help. Talking to loved ones or professionals can significantly ease your worries. Stay in touch. Regular meetings with friends and family help cope with feelings of loneliness. Laugh more often. Humor and positive thinking contribute to a longer life. Conclusion: mental health after 60 years is an important aspect that directly affects the quality of life. Loneliness, stress, and cognitive changes can become significant challenges. However, through an active lifestyle, social interaction, and self-care, it is possible to maintain mental clarity and emotional stability. The key is to embrace change, find new interests, and remain an active participant in life. Which of these tips have you already tried? Share your experience in the comments. Social activity after 60, how to maintain communication, friendship, and a sense of significance. After 60 years of age, life undergoes changes. Children grow up, work responsibilities come to an end, and social circles become narrower. However, this does not mean that social activity should decline. On the contrary, maintaining communication, participating in community life, and establishing new connections play a key role in preserving mental, emotional, and even physical health. Let's explore why this is so important and how to properly maintain social activity after 60. Why is social activity important after 60 years? Humans are social beings. Regardless of age, we need communication, interaction, and a sense of belonging. Here are the main reasons why social activity plays a crucial role. Preventing loneliness and isolation. One of the main threats in old age is social isolation, which can lead to depression and a decline in quality of life. Maintaining cognitive health. Communication stimulates brain function and reduces the risk of developing dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Improvement of emotional well-being. Friendly and family connections promote the production of happiness hormones, such as oxytocin and serotonin, which help cope with stress. Physical activity. People who lead an active social life are more likely to engage in sports and move more. Longevity. Studies show that socially active people live longer and feel younger. The main obstacles to social activity. With age, certain barriers may arise that hinder active communication, changing the circle of communication. After retirement, or when children move away, many people experience the loss of their usual social circle. Old friends may be busy with their own lives, and making new acquaintances becomes more challenging. Second, health problems. Some people face physical limitations that make it harder for them to leave their homes and actively participate in public life. Third, fear of new technologies. Modern means of communication, such as messengers and social networks, may seem complicated, which sometimes makes it difficult to stay in touch with loved ones. Loss of self-confidence. Some elderly people feel less confident in communication, fear appearing uninteresting, or think they have no new topics to discuss. How to maintain social activity after 60 years. Social activity can take various forms, from meeting friends to participating in community initiatives. The most important thing is to find what brings joy and a sense of comfort. Stay in touch with family and friends. Communicate regularly with your loved ones. Invite them over or visit them yourself. Use video calls and messengers if your loved ones live far away. This will help you stay connected and feel closer to each other despite the distance. Establish family traditions such as monthly dinners or joint walks. Find new friends. Sign up for interest clubs such as book lovers, gardeners, chess players, and others. Attend lectures, master classes, yoga, or dance classes. Try volunteering. Help children, animal shelters, or environmental organizations. Use modern technologies. Master social networks like Facebook and Instagram to communicate and find like-minded people. Try video calls through WhatsApp, Skype, or Zoom to see your loved ones. Explore dating platforms if you are looking for romantic relationships. Take part in cultural and social events. Visit theaters, exhibitions, concerts, and film screenings. Participate in city events, health days, holidays, and fairs. Enroll in universities for the elderly, where you can learn new skills. The fifth step is to find a new hobby. Try your hand at creativity, painting, pottery, embroidery, or knitting. Master the art of photography. Run your own blog or record audiobooks. Start traveling, even if it's just small trips around your hometown. Fourth, how to overcome the fear of new communication. Remember that people also need communication. Many of those around you are also looking for new friends. Start with small steps. You can simply greet your neighbors, discuss the weather, or talk about the latest news. Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. The more you communicate, the easier it becomes. Learn new technologies gradually. Start with one messenger. Ask your children or grandchildren for help. Ask your interlocutor questions. People love to talk about themselves, and this makes it easier to start a conversation. Step 5, how to turn social activity into a habit. Write down your plans. Once a week, schedule meetings or cultural events. Communicate regularly. Let calls to friends and family become an integral part of your daily life. Try to leave the house more often. Even a simple walk in the park can lead to new acquaintances. Be open. It's never too late to make new friends and do something exciting. Remember that your life matters. Your experiences, knowledge, and interactions can bring joy not only to you, but also to those around you. Conclusion: social activity after the age of 60 is not just a way to avoid loneliness, but an important element of a happy, healthy, and long life. Communicating with loved ones, making new acquaintances, participating in community life, and mastering modern technologies. All of this helps maintain a youthful spirit and joy for life. The key is not to be afraid to try new things and to remain open to the world. How do you maintain social activity? Share your tips in the comments. Quality sleep after 60 years. How to sleep deeper, better, and wake up refreshed. Sleep is the foundation of health, longevity, and well-being. However, with age, it becomes less deep, more frequently interrupted, and the process of falling asleep may take longer. After the age of 60, many people experience insomnia, early awakenings, and a lack of sleep, which directly affects their physical and mental state. Why does this happen? And how can the quality of sleep be improved in older age? Let's figure it out. Why does sleep get worse with age? As we age, natural changes occur in the body that affect the quality of sleep. Here are the main reasons. Decreased production of melatonin, the sleep hormone that regulates circadian rhythms. Age-related changes in circadian rhythms cause older people to fall asleep earlier and wake up earlier. Deterioration of the nervous system can lead to frequent awakenings at night. Conditions such as hypertension, arthritis, diabetes, and heart disease can cause discomfort and make it difficult to fall asleep. Side effects of medications. Some drugs, especially diuretics, antidepressants, and beta blockers, can negatively affect sleep quality. Frequent trips to the bathroom at night are associated with age-related changes in kidney function. Stress and anxiety, feelings of loneliness, and fear of the future can interfere with relaxation and falling asleep. What are the dangers of sleep deprivation after 60 years of age? Lack of sleep has a serious impact on the body. Weakening of the immune system results in the body being less effective at fighting viruses and infections. Increased risk of dementia and Alzheimer's disease is linked to lack of sleep, as sleep is essential for clearing toxins from the brain. Deterioration of memory and concentration. Lack of sleep negatively affects cognitive functions. Increased stress levels are linked to a lack of sleep, which causes irritability and anxiety. The risk of falls and injuries increases due to lack of sleep, which leads to impaired coordination and general weakness. Deterioration of heart function. Chronic sleep deprivation increases blood pressure and raises the risk of a heart attack. How to improve sleep quality after 60 years? Good news, improving sleep quality is entirely possible. Here are the key steps that will help you fall asleep faster and sleep more soundly. Follow a sleep schedule to maintain health and energy. Go to bed and wake up at the same time, even on weekends. Do not nap during the day for more than 30 minutes to avoid disrupting nighttime sleep. Create an evening ritual. Reading, warm tea, and calming music will help prepare your body for sleep. Create comfortable conditions for sleep. Sleep in a cool, between 16 and 20 degrees, dark and quiet room. Use a comfortable mattress and pillow that provides support for your spine. Ventilate the room before going to bed and use a humidifier. Third, control the lighting. During the day, try to get more natural light as it helps regulate circadian rhythms. 1 to 2 hours before bedtime, reduce the brightness of the lighting. Try to avoid smartphone and TV screens before bedtime. Blue light reduces melatonin production. Fourth, pay attention to your diet and beverages. Try to avoid consuming coffee, tea, and alcohol 4 to 6 hours before sleep. Have dinner 2 to 3 hours before bedtime to avoid overloading your stomach. Healthy foods for better sleep: bananas, nuts, honey, and warm milk. Fifth, be physically active. Regular walks, light exercises, and stretching help improve sleep quality. Avoid intense workouts before bedtime. They stimulate the nervous system. On the 6th, Learn to manage stress and make time for relaxation. Try meditation, breathing exercises, or yoga before bed. This will help you relax and improve the quality of your sleep. Keep a gratitude journal. Write down the pleasant moments of the day. Try to avoid reading news and watching disturbing programs before bedtime. Fourth, healthy habits for a good night's sleep. If you can't fall asleep, it's better to get out of bed. Instead of tossing and turning, read a book or listen to calming music. Use aromatherapy, lavender, lemon balm, and chamomile help to relax and relieve stress. Create a day shutdown ritual. Write down your thoughts and plans for the next day to free your mind from unnecessary stress. Take warm baths before bed. They relax your muscles and help you fall asleep faster. Use white noise or relaxing music. This helps block out external sounds. When should you see a doctor? If sleep problems persist for more than 3 to 4 weeks, it is worth consulting a specialist. Possible reasons may vary. Chronic insomnia is a condition where a person experiences difficulty falling asleep or maintaining sleep for an extended period, usually more than 3 months. This can negatively affect quality of life, causing fatigue, irritability, and problems with concentration. Frequent awakenings during the night, excessive daytime sleepiness, snoring and sleep apnea, breathing pauses during sleep, painful sensations or restless legs syndrome. A doctor may prescribe an examination, adjust medication intake, or suggest methods for treating insomnia. Conclusion: quality sleep after the age of 60 is not just rest, but an essential component of health, longevity, and well-being. Maintaining a routine, creating comfortable conditions, proper nutrition, physical activity, and managing stress will help you sleep better and wake up refreshed. Take care of your sleep. It is the key to an active and happy life. Which advice seems most useful to you? Share your thoughts in the comments. Health prevention after 60. How to stay active and live without illnesses. As we age, the body becomes more vulnerable, and many diseases begin to manifest after the age of 60. However, a thoughtful approach to prevention can significantly reduce the risk of developing chronic illnesses, prolong an active life, and maintain good well-being. Regular medical checkups, monitoring the body's condition, balanced nutrition, physical activity, and caring for mental health are the key factors that help maintain health for many years. Let's explore which preventive measures are especially important after 60 and how to properly integrate them into daily life. Why is health prevention so important after 60 years of age? With age, natural changes occur in the body that affect its functioning. Metabolism slows down, which can lead to weight gain and digestive issues. Bone and muscle mass decreases, increasing the risk of osteoporosis and the likelihood of falls. Immunity weakens, making the body more susceptible to infections. The likelihood of cardiovascular diseases is increasing. Cognitive functions may deteriorate, increasing the risk of dementia. Prevention not only helps to identify potential problems at an early stage, but also prevents their development, maintaining activity and independence. Regular medical checkups. What and when should you check? After the age of 60, regular medical checkups help to detect diseases in time and adjust lifestyle. Here are the main tests and examinations that need to be done. First, cardiac examination. Blood pressure measurement is recommended once a month at home and once a year with a doctor. An electrocardiogram, ECG, is recommended once a year for prevention and more frequently if there are heart problems. A blood test for cholesterol and triglyceride levels is recommended once a year. Second, blood sugar level control. A fasting blood glucose test is recommended once a year, and more frequently if you have diabetes. The glycated hemoglobin test is recommended to be done once every 6 months if diabetes is suspected. On the 3rd, a vision and hearing test was conducted. An eye examination with an ophthalmologist is recommended once a year, especially if you have conditions such as glaucoma, cataracts, or diabetes. Hearing check is recommended once every 1 to 2 years. Fourth, monitoring the condition of bones and joints. Densitometry, bone density measurement, for the diagnosis of osteoporosis is recommended once every 2 to 3 years. Blood test to determine calcium and vitamin D levels. Fifth, cancer screenings. Men are advised to undergo a PSA, prostate-specific antigen, test annually for the early detection of prostate cancer. Women are recommended to have a mammogram once every 2 years and a pap smear once every 3 years. Colonoscopy for detecting bowel cancer is recommended once every 5 to 10 years. Sixth, general health examination. A complete blood and urine test is recommended once a year. A biochemical blood test is recommended once a year. Ultrasound examination of internal organs as prescribed by a doctor. Third, the main principles of disease prevention. In addition to medical examinations, it is important to follow the principles of a healthy lifestyle, which can help reduce the risk of age-related diseases. Weight control and proper nutrition are important aspects of a healthy lifestyle. They help maintain physical and emotional well-being and prevent the development of many diseases. Reducing the consumption of sugar, salt, and saturated fats. Consuming foods rich in fiber, vitamins, and minerals helps maintain health and strengthen the body. Sufficient protein is necessary to maintain muscle mass. Maintaining a drinking regimen, which includes consuming 1.5 to 2 liters of water per day, is important for maintaining health. Physical activity, such as walking, plays an important role in maintaining health and well-being. Regular walking for 30 to 60 minutes a day. Exercises aimed at improving flexibility, balance, and strength, such as yoga, swimming, and light strength training. Morning warm-up and light exercises to maintain muscle tone. Maintaining cognitive health. Reading books, solving crosswords and puzzles. Mastering new skills and learning foreign languages opens up vast opportunities for personal growth and professional development. It helps not only to broaden one's horizons, but also to improve communication skills, which is especially important in the modern world. Communication with friends and participation in social life. Stress management and psychological stability. Meditation, breathing exercises, and yoga are effective practices for improving physical and mental health. They help reduce stress, enhance concentration, and improve overall well-being. Maintaining social connections, such as friendly gatherings and family traditions, plays an important role in our lives. Keeping a gratitude journal. The fifth rule is healthy sleep. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. Create comfortable sleeping conditions. Ensure darkness, silence, and a comfortable mattress. Avoid using gadgets an hour before sleep. Fourth, how to turn prevention into a habit. Create a schedule. Keep a health diary. Record the dates of examinations and tests. Pay attention to your well-being. Listen carefully to your body's signals and do not ignore new symptoms. Involve your loved ones. Family support makes it easier to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Use reminders. Set reminders on your phone for doctor appointments or taking vitamins. Be active in discussions about health. Do not hesitate to ask doctors questions and seek additional information. Conclusion: health prevention after the age of 60 is not just regular visits to the doctor, but a holistic approach that includes physical activity, balanced nutrition, weight control, stress management, and care for cognitive functions. The earlier you start taking care of your health, the longer you will maintain activity, independence, and a high quality of life. What prevention methods have already become part of your daily routine? Share your tips in the comments. Life attitude and positivity after 60. How to maintain joy in life and inner harmony. As people age, many face a rethinking of their lives, changes in social status, physical limitations, and new challenges. However, aging is not just about inevitable changes. It is also a time for new opportunities. The right mindset not only helps maintain psychological balance, but also improves physical health, strengthens social connections, and prolongs activity. How can one develop a positive mindset after 60 and make life fulfilling and joyful? Let's figure it out. Why is it so important to maintain a positive attitude after 60 years of age? Psychological state directly affects the quality of life. Optimism, gratitude, and mindfulness help improve it, strengthening health. People with a positive attitude are less likely to suffer from chronic diseases and recover faster from illnesses, improving cognitive functions. An active lifestyle and interest in the world around you help reduce the risk of dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Reduce stress levels. Positive thinking promotes the production of endorphins, which help cope with anxiety, strengthening social connections. Friendly and cheerful people communicate more often with others and easily make new acquaintances. Extend life. Studies show that people with a positive attitude live longer and better. 2. The main barriers to positive thinking. Despite the obvious benefits of a positive attitude, many people face psychological barriers that prevent them from maintaining optimism. Loneliness and isolation are states that can deeply affect a person's emotional and mental health. They are often accompanied by a sense of disconnection from the world and a lack of meaningful social connections. After retirement, children moving away, or the loss of loved ones, people often experience feelings of loneliness, which can significantly reduce their level of happiness. Fear of aging. Many people perceive old age as a time of decline, yet this period can be filled with new opportunities and discoveries. 3. Financial instability. Worries about the future can cause stress and negative emotions. On the 4th, health issues arose. Illnesses and physical limitations can affect mood and reduce self-confidence. How to develop a positive attitude and joy for life? Developing positive thinking is a process that requires regular practice. Here are some effective ways. Practice gratitude every day. Start a gratitude journal and write down 3 things you are grateful for every day. Learn to notice positive moments, even in simple things. A delicious breakfast, a friend's call, beautiful weather. Surround yourself with positive people. Avoid communicating with toxic people who drag you down and negatively impact your life. Stay in touch with friends and loved ones who inspire you. Join interest-based communities to connect with like-minded people. Set new goals. Set goals that bring you joy. Learning a new hobby, mastering modern technologies, traveling. Break down big tasks into small steps to track progress. Don't be afraid to dream and try new things. 4th, develop mindfulness and learn to live in the present moment. Practice meditation and breathing exercises. Enjoy the process itself, not just the final result. Learn to let go of past grievances and not dwell on negativity. Fifth, take care of your physical health. Regular physical activity helps produce happiness hormones. Proper nutrition affects overall well-being and mood. Quality sleep helps restore energy and improve emotional well-being. Sixth, learn new things and broaden your horizons. Read books, listen to podcasts, watch educational videos. Master new skills such as drawing, playing a musical instrument, or learning a foreign language. Attend lectures, exhibitions, and museums. It helps enrich your inner world. Seventh, bring joy to others. Volunteering and helping others give life profound meaning. Share your knowledge and experience with the younger generation. Do good deeds. Even a small act of kindness can make someone's day better. Fourth, how to deal with negative emotions. Even the most optimistic people face difficulties. It is important to be able to cope with negative emotions. Allow yourself to feel. Do not suppress emotions, but acknowledge them and express them constructively. Talk about your feelings. Communication with loved ones or a psychologist helps to process emotions. Engage in activities you love. They help distract from worries and bring joy. Focus on solving problems. Instead of dwelling on difficulties, look for ways to overcome them. Remember that everything is temporary. Even the most difficult situations change over time. Step 5. How to make a positive attitude a habit. Start your day with a positive attitude. A walk, your favorite music, and a smile at your reflection in the mirror will help you set the tone for a successful day. Keep a journal of achievements. Record even small victories to track your progress. Create a list of joyful moments. Reread it during difficult times. Find a reason to laugh. Humor helps to cope with difficulties more easily. Practice affirmations. Repeating positive statements helps to strengthen self-confidence. Conclusion. A positive outlook on life after 60 is the key to an active, happy, and long life. Regardless of age, one can always find joy in the little things, learn new things, surround themselves with positive people, and fill their life with meaning. Positive thinking is a skill that can be developed, and the sooner you start, the more pleasure each day will bring you. Which piece of advice seems most useful to you? Share your thoughts in the comments.